Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to create some wonderful hide and reveals using the Smartboard notebook software. The first hide and reveal trick I'm going to show you is called a pull tab. What you need for the pull tab is first go up to the top toolbar and select shapes. Select the shape that you would like to use for your question box. For this example, I'm going to use a rectangle. Pull out the shape until you have the size that you would like. Then go up and select the arrow cursor at the top of the toolbar and highlight by left clicking on your shape. Now that you have it highlighted, you're going to right click on your mouse and you're going to go to Properties. What we're going to do is we're going to go up to Fill Effects and we're going to fill our shape with the color you would like. For this example, I'm going to use lime green. Now we have our basic shape of our question box. The next thing we need to do is insert our question. So we're going to go up to the text box at the top of the toolbar, select the font that you would like, and we're going to drag a question or text box inside of our question box. For this example, we're going to use the question, how many sides does a square have? Great. Now we have our question. Now the next thing we're going to want to do is group them together, because if you grab one, then only one moves and the other one stays still. To fix this problem, we're going to grab the mouse, drag it and highlight both of the boxes. Now that both of them are highlighted, we're going to right click and we're going to go up to grouping. We're going to group these together. Now that these are grouped together, you can drag it and click it and it's going to all move together. Great. So now we have our question box. The next thing we're going to need is our answer box. For our answer box, we're going to go back up to Shapes, click that, and we're going to select the shape that you would like to use. For this example, I'll use an oval. Make sure that your answer box is smaller than your question box so it can fit behind it. Now what we're going to want to do is go back and click our arrow cursor and highlight our circle. We're going to right click, go to Properties, and we're going to fill the effect of the circle. For this example, I'll use the color red. Now that our answer box is filled, we're going to go back up to the text bar, select that, and we're going to drag another text bar inside of our circle. For this, we're going to enter our answer, and our answer is 4 for this case. A square has 4 sides. Go back up and select your arrow cursor and center your answer inside of our answer circle. Now we're going to want to group these together as well. So we're going to highlight both of them. You're going to right click and you're going to go up to grouping. We're going to group these together now. Now these all move as one. The last thing we're going to need to do is create our actual pull tab. For this example, I will use a star. Drag and click the star to meet whatever size you would like, and then go back and click the arrow cursor. Now we need to move and connect the star to our actual tab. Now that the star is connected, we want to group them together. So again, you want to drag, highlight all of our objects that we want to group together, right click, go up to grouping, and group them together. Now the whole pull tab moves as one when you grab it, and instantly it fits right behind your question box. So now, if you're teaching a lesson plan and you ask the question, how many sides does a square have, your students can answer, or for them to find out the question, they can come up to the board, grab the pull tab and slide it out, and there's your answer. This has been an example of a pull tab. The last example I'm going to show you for hide and reveal is the magic eraser trick. What we're going to want to do for this is you're going to take your pull tab or your answer and go ahead and move it away from the question box. Your question box can stay the same. That's all up to you on however you want to design it. Now you have this toolbar right here on the bottom right corner of my screen. You have this somewhere on your main page if you already have the Smartboard software. What we're going to want to do is select the pen and go down to the color. Select the color of your background for your pen color. This is important because that's going to cover your answer and blend it into whatever your background is. So we're going to color over our answer. Make sure that there's no parts showing because you don't want your students seeing that there's something hidden underneath. Now that it's fully covered, you can't see it because it's blended into the background. This is a fun little trick to use because you can ask your students your question, how many sides does a square have? They can answer, and for them to find out the answer, they can select the magic eraser or pick it up from the board, and you can have them use the magic eraser to find the answer on your sheet. So they can go ahead and drag, and magically your answer will appear. Students love this. This is another fun way of using hide and reveals. This is called the magic eraser trick. This has been some great examples of fun and creative hide and reveals to use on Smartboard. Thank you and enjoy using them.